man, this thing reads like stereo instructions. Oh! Hello everyone, this is Alex, and well, I suppose this was inevitable.
In 1988, Tim Burton directed his second full-length film, Beetlejuice, which became the 10th highest-grossing film of the year, and since then has become a cult classic. Known for the quirky, weird, but visually stunning and hilarious fun, it put Tim Burton on the map, which helped him direct one of the biggest movies of the time, Batman. So with a popular but out-there movie, it was decided that The Ghost with the Most could work on stage as a musical. It started out as a pre-Broadway in 2018 at the National Theatre, Washington, D.C., and eventually moved to Broadway to perform at the Winter Garden in 2019, but was forced to close because, you know.
Now, after I did my review of the Edward Scissorhands ballet, I realised that I might have been a little bit nitpicky, considering it was an adaptation of a Tim Burton movie. So I tried to avoid doing Beetlejuice. However, considering I mainly focus on Tim Burton films and Broadway shows, it's showtime.
Well, it starts off pretty much the same, except for an opening ballad, and in this case, Beetlejuice sort of acts like the narrator, but fair enough. A married couple named Adam and Barbara Maitland working on their house die and become ghosts, except Beetlejuice comes in straight away to help them scare off the Dietzes, a family who have now purchased their house.
Huh. I thought you had to say Beetlejuice just 3 times to summon him. Oh, no. Now it has to be a living person to say it, and it needs to be 3 times in a row. Okay.
Oh, we're only at the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the differences from the movie. One of the biggest changes is that Lydia has only recently lost her mother, Emily.
That can't be a coincidence.
This is what centers the entire character of Lydia, but trust me, we'll get back to her. All you have to know is that her mother's recent passing is what's caused her to become a goth, and so her father Charles hires Delia to be her life coach, but is secretly his lover.
I might need to put a pin in that.
Again, the story stays on track with Lydia discovering the Maitlands and being the only one who can see them. Beetlejuice trying to use Lydia to say his name 3 times but fails, and the whole Day-O dance scene is still pretty funny. Only this time it was Lydia's idea for this possession, and after it fails, she calls Beetlejuice and the two take over the house by throwing Charles and Delia out and the Maitlands to the attic. So, as Act 2 begins, we see Beetlejuice and Lydia enjoying scaring whoever comes to the house.
Oh, I'm sorry, we're just seeing a live-action version of Beetlejuice the animated series. Nope, apparently this is the plot now. Beetlejuice and Lydia are now best friends.
I'm not kidding. The second act feels more like an episode from the animated series, but still trying to tell the plot of the movie in pieces. We still have the seance scene, only this time it occurs as Lydia is trying to bring her mother back, and this makes Barbara go through the death for the dead.
Wait! You're telling me that Lydia is the one who performs the exorcism? Yeah, I can't keep up with the charade anymore. Let's talk about the character of Lydia Deetz, shall we?
Fair enough that you want the whole lost mother to establish the fact that Lydia would come to understand death, but it diminishes what was so great about her character in the movie. She was always the heart that grounded the film from all the weirdness that took place. Despite everyone around her thinking she's odd, she's the only one who can see the madness. The line, "Live people ignore the strange and unusual, I myself am strange and unusual." This really means that she looks deeper than others and therefore can truly understand. It's why her prized possession is a camera, as she captures and sees the world in her own way. It's why she can see the ghosts, but also understand that the Maitlands are lovely people. It's why she picked up the untrustworthiness of Beetlejuice and can see that during the seance the Maitlands are suffering. In the end, Adam and Barbara decide to let the Dietzes stay because of Lydia, and in return tries to save her when forced to marry Beetlejuice. In the musical, Lydia is the cause of pretty much all the misfortunes that happen, and it comes across as ignorant, self-centered, and not that interesting a character. And as far as making Beetlejuice more of a hero, oh yeah, at the end he defeats the real villain, the caseworker Juno.
Oh, you mean the woman who killed all the Martians when they invaded Earth? Yeah, that sounds like the bad guy, alright.
And then, having Beetlejuice say goodbye to all the characters as though this is the Wizard of Oz and peacefully goes to the Netherworld.
This is like if Edward Scissorhands came back down to the town and he and Kim just had a kid together. Hello? What Super Bowl ad? Who's Edgar? Wait, what? What? Show me the clip. I don't know how to feel about that.
It kind of removes what we love about Beetlejuice in the first place. The crazy, ill-mannered, perverted bioexorcist was a completely organic character. Even on the first day of shooting his scenes, they still weren't sure how he was going to end up as. Granted, Tim Burton had sketches wanting the black and white striped suit, and Michael Keaton wanted crazy hair, but once he was on set, it all just came together. By going completely nuts, especially when in contrast to the good-natured Maitlands, it made the audiences, well, enjoy their dark side. With this version, having a redemption and almost sympathetic side, it took away that insane creativeness of his character, and I don't think it established the times when he is acting like the bad guy.
Okay. Enough talk about characters. You all are probably thinking, well, if it's an adaptation of a Tim Burton movie, surely it looks great, huh? Well, you're not wrong there.
The main set piece is of course the Maitland house, going through 3 stages. First, the Maitlands as they're renovating, the second when the Dietzes move in, and third when Beetlejuice takes over. Another is the graveyard and the netherworld, and instantly you can tell they took inspiration from Bo Welch's production design, which was heavily influenced by German expression, with the odd angles, misshapen walls, windows and furniture. It also took inspiration from, of course, the artwork of Tim Burton, down to the smallest detail. The hand-inked flowers on the wallpaper, a claymation-style hill as seen in The Nightmare Before Christmas, a tree of the dead from Sleepy Hollow, and even different character names engraved on the tombstones. It's clear they wanted to keep the style of a Tim Burton film.
Okay, so while it looks like a Tim Burton film, is it a Tim Burton film? Okay, despite what I've said about the characters, Beetlejuice is special.
It wasn't just Michael Keaton's performance that was improvised, it was honestly the whole movie to an extent. After Burton's first feature film, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, he was sent cookie-cutter, story-focused scripts, but Michael McDowell's confusing, out-of-the-box script immediately caught his eye. Granted, it went through rewrites, changes of characters, change of tone, and even disagreements over the title with the studio. It is a very spontaneous project, as like the rest of his filmography, you can't fit it into one genre. At the end of the day, it's a Tim Burton movie.
Much like I said for the Edward Scissorhands ballet, it clearly shows a tribute to Tim Burton films, but I guess for someone like me, it just comes off as an imitation. However, I will say this. I don't think Tim Burton himself would just want a plain old copy of the film. Much like the Edward Scissorhands ballet, he trusted Matthew Bourne to do his version of that story. And this is probably the same thing. At the end of the day, it's a celebration of his work, and it does introduce audiences to the work of Tim Burton. So, by all means, Broadway. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.